Hello, hello. Welcome to the first episode of Nothing Upstairs. This is going to be a podcast about pretty much everything and anything. Just two guys yapping away. Um, we figured we have a lot to say, not much really important stuff, but it can be entertaining, I think. So here we are. My name is Brian, and over there I have my co-host Edsel. If you want to introduce yourself.
Like he said, my name's Edsel. I am. What should I say about myself, girl? I don't know. I'm struggling. I'm struggling in life. To currently a Door Dasher. I was in the animal field. We both were. Well, he still is, and that's how we met. And we were in animal care. I am studying marine biology. That's what I did. This motherfucker study birds. I like how you're like introduce yourself, and I'm like, actually, I'll introduce the both of
Hey,
us.
that's fine with me.
uh, I also I gotta do it every single time. This has been like the 3,000th first try of the first episode, and every single time I just gotta mention it. I have a leg that's longer than the other. I don't know why I mentioned the first time, but now it's like a ritual. I'm like, I might actually just start doing that every episode and be like, reminder, just your daily reminder.
Mm.
And then I am was born in Puerto Rico, raised in Puerto Rico. Moved here when I was 10, and by here I mean the U.S. If you couldn't fucking tell already. And I uh yeah, that's pretty. I think that's
How
pretty much it.
how were people supposed to be able to tell that you're in the
The
U.S.?
accent. I'm guessing the accent, but I don't know. Because I feel like Australian and British and like New Zealand accents are way
Oh, there's
different. So it's like
Canada.
there is Canada. That's true. I could be in Canada. You guys never know. I could be gaslighting you right now, but I don't see a purpose in that. So I think it's pretty safe to say I'm in the U.S.
Uh, yeah. So anyway, yeah. As Edsel said, all that stuff is true. Good stuff. But yeah. So how's your week been? How are you doing?
um, Pretty good. I did some door dashing. I got to talk to some people who were mad at me about DoorDash stuff because you always have customers and they feel particular types of way about particular things, and I'm like, girl, I don't know what to tell you. And public service announcement: if you're door dashing food and the food inside your bag, which is sealed, is wrong or some other shit, as long as the receipt is showing that it's your order, girl, I can't do anything about that. I don't open bags. I don't rummage through your food. I don't know about you, but I don't know if you would want somebody just like digging through your food trying to make sure that everything's correct. I certainly don't. It's not the policy of most door dashers. So that's, if it's sealed, it's sealed, and we just move on with our lives. If
Oh
the
no,
food is
I
wrong,
I want mine personal with a personal touch, not
oh,
just the chef's, but my dasher's touch.
sounds good. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. You know what? I might start doing it. Just take a little video of me just like digging through the fries, being like,
Also, just like poison check,
yeah,
you never know. You
yeah,
could get a better tip
that's
if you do
true.
a poison check for them.
That's true. I just warn people I'm eating 15% of your food before we get to your house.
Yeah, gotta make sure everything's good,
um,
man.
but outside of DoorDash, I have went to the movies, watched Weapons. Weapons is good. It's not what I expected. I think that's most of everybody's opinions on it. It was a pretty funny movie, to be surprised, because I thought that it was gonna be like a dark horror, but it was funny. And then I what the fuck else did I do? Went to some protests. I don't know. Yeah, pretty much just chilling, doing work.
Nice,
What
good
about
stuff.
you?
I a lot more depressing and a lot more boring. I'll say that much. Oh, I did go to we did go to Korean barbecue, so that was very nice. I almost exploded. I was so
we
full.
eat so much. Every single time we go to Korean barbecue, we gotta slow down. I don't know what the hell's
I
going
mean,
on,
it's
but
all you
we're
can
just
eat. Of
like,
course,
keep
we're
it
gonna
coming.
eat all the stuff. But yeah, I don't know. My week's been it's been interesting. Well, interesting as in I guess nothing. I don't know.
Not interesting.
I worked my boss at work had this like culture survey thing because like he's like, oh, the culture in our department is poopy right now, and he had all of us
Poopy's a
like
word.
write how we feel pretty much. He had like a list of questions and then we answered it, but it's pretty much just like self-reflection stuff, whatever, how we
Mm,
feel, blah blah blah. And pretty much everyone, I mean, I wasn't there for it thankfully because that would have been awkward.
yeah.
But from what I heard from coworkers, it pretty much is the same thing. Everyone wrote pretty much the same things. Like we all had the same opinion, same thoughts, that stuff needs changing and people's voices need to be heard, blah blah blah. And so yeah, it's nice to see that it's not just me being crazy and be complaining. The whole team feels the same way. But
Mystery loves company.
mhm.
That always feels good.
Yep. Let's see what else did I do. Oh, I need to sell my car cuz my car is pretty much kaput. It's done
Oh,
for.
damn.
Yeah, I
How many miles are on your car?
it's not even that much, man. It's 140K roughly.
140K,
Yeah.
bitch. And it's a Subaru. Oh, if that's the case, I've got about 40K before mine goes toast.
No, it's just where it's just use and abuse on
Wear
my
and tear.
end. I didn't take good care of it. I
Oh,
Yeah, back in my younger days, I didn't know. I mean, I still don't know much about cars. I also just kind of like never super cared. They're just a tool to get from point A to point B. So I never tried
yeah,
bothered to learn. So I never took super good care of it because I didn't really know how to, nor did it
yeah,
really matter to me. So that's kind of
yeah.
why. But the Subarus are supposed to be durable.
Damn.
I fucked it up. Yeah. But let's see what else. Yeah, honestly,
Neat.
work. That's pretty much my life for the last month or so. But what? Tell me about your life the last month or so, because I know you you had a lot more exciting life than I did.
Well, it's been a while now, but I did go back to Puerto Rico for when the fuck was that? Girl, I don't remember. July? Somewhere sometime in July. I think it was the first, who the hell cares? And y'all don't care. Is somewhere around July. I went for about 2 weeks and did a lot of fun shit. This time around, I spent way more time doing fun shit outside of just family because I have family in Puerto Rico, and like usually when I go back to Puerto Rico, it's like a family reunion thing. But this time, I'm like, I did a lot of like touristy shit as well as some family shit, and it was really really fun. That I loved. Loved this trip in particular, Puerto Rico, even though I go back like almost every single year. So it was really really fun.
Nice. How often do you go back?
I go back pretty much every single year. It depends because it's been a while since I went back, and by a while I mean like I think almost 2 years. That's considered a while for me. But I got to see everybody. I didn't really meet new people. I just got to see pretty much everybody in the family. Took back a cousin, stole a cousin from Puerto Rico. She's just moved here recently. Just snatched her up. And so she's always wanted to move to the US, and she has some aspirations, career aspirations to move to Asia, and like she wants to get her resume up and going, and so she wanted some opportunities, and so she came over here. That was crazy, by the way, cuz we got to on the way I was driving to the airport when I get a call from my mom being like, "Oh, blah blah blah, how's it been? Like your flight's still on time. Looks like it's still on time. We're gonna pick you up, blah blah blah." And then literally right after that, he's like, yeah, and like, I think it maybe the window seat for Joa when she comes back or something. And I'm like, huh, what? And he's like, yeah, your cousin. She's coming to live with us. I'm like, excuse what? And it was like, yeah, was this decided? And she was like, yesterday. I was like,
Oh,
the
wait.
fuck?
So is she living with you right now?
She's living with us right now, and it was decided, like, I kid you not, 2 weeks prior to her
Nice.
actually starting her new job, she decided to fully upend her life and move.
Why?
So
Okay. Why do parents do that?
I don't
Because
know.
my
I
dad
don't know.
will
Can't tell you.
literally be like, okay, I used to live roughly 7 hours, roughly, yeah, roughly 7 hours away from my dad. And no, okay, he usually give me notice. To give him credit, I'll say that much. But the notice will be like, I'll get a call from him. He'll be like, "Hey, yeah, so I'm like 10 minutes from your place," and I'm like,
Bitch,
"The fuck do you mean you're 10 minutes
cool.
from my place? I, I I'm not even in town. What? Uh,
I am not there.
what do you want me to do about that?" And he's just like, "Oh, I thought I'd come and visit you." I'm like, "That's fine,
We
but you clearly know how to call me. So how about you call me 7 hours ago before you decided you wanted to drive over?
or even better yet, maybe a week in advance. That's nice.
Even a day, better
Even
than,
a day will do.
yeah, 10 minutes. There's no time for me to refute. I can't be like, oh nah, don't come. Bitch,
Turn your ass
you're
back
closer to
around.
my place than I am. I am out of town. What do you want me to do? And
I
yeah,
mean,
and that's not like a one time occurrence. That is like that guy did it so often. It pissed me the hell off every single time.
my parents do the same thing, but instead of it being like about visiting, they do it about like favors and chores they want me to do. They'll be like, "Hey,
Mm,
like, can you and they never ask. It's always like, "Hey, pick up your brother for me or something." And I'm
yeah,
like, "Oh, when?" And he's like, "5
now.
minutes from now." I'm like, excuse you?" And they're like, "What?" And then if you say no enough, they'll be like, "Do you even love us anymore?" I'm like, "Girl, you gotta give me advance. You gotta give me some notice
Yeah,
so that I
I
don't have plans."
don't understand why
They live in
parents
their own
do
world. Let
that.
me tell you. Oh my god, I just
You just
yanked the shit out
yanked
of
your whole computer out of your
Yeah.
table. I feel like every time I don't go back home as, oh, I guess I we never mentioned. I'm from Taiwan. I was born in America and kind of half raised here, but I moved back for like roughly 10ish years. So I did live there for quite some time. But I'm from Taiwan, and I still have majority of my family. Well, at least the ones I'm closer with. Majority of them in Taiwan. But I don't go back often, and by that I mean the last time I went back is the end of 2018. And this is not
Wow.
pre-recorded. This is currently
Damn.
2025. uh,
Damn.
so the last time I saw my mom was 2018. You might say that I am a horrible child. Yes, yes, I am.
He said, and you would be correct.
Yeah, I don't go back that often, but every time, but I still love the place. Don't get me wrong, I love that place, and there's a lot of memories that come with it. And every time I go back or like encounter things that kind of reminds me of home, especially the place where I'm living now. it I recently, and by recently I mean like within the last year or so, discovered a place that serves more traditional Taiwanese food, which is rare because most Asian places, people don't really even know of Taiwan if not all the political stuff that happens with China.
Yeah.
Taiwan is not a, oh yeah, you want to go grab Taiwanese food. No, it's Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese,
Mm.
whatever. You don't ever hear of Taiwanese food, so it's rare-ish. So, um, I again, as I say, roughly a year within a year, I found this Taiwanese restaurant, and they genuinely serve fairly authentic Taiwanese food. And every time I
Are
go
we
there,
talking? Are we talking about Cha community?
yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
If
yeah,
anybody knows what Cha community is, shout out to Cha community. They're really good fucking food.
good stuff, man. A little bit pricey, but good
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Um, but yeah, no, like every time I go there, I order stuff, and it's just on top of the flavor, it just floods of memories just coming back every time. And it's just so nostalgic, like, and I don't know, I feel like, do you feel the same way, like, especially you just going back this time? Do you maybe like people you see, food you tried, or places you went, any of those?
100%. Here's the thing about me is when I was a kid, I was picky as hell with food. And so I food doesn't do it as much for me. Like I'll eat food and I'm like, "Oh, this is good," but like because now I like it, but back then I was like I was eating mac and cheese, fucking chicken nuggets every single day. But now I like absolutely love and adore Puerto Rican food, which is really hard to come by in the states. So it's I when I go over there, I'm like, go, we're only eating Puerto Rican food. Everybody, shut the fuck up. And but it what does it to me is places all the time because I do have very strong and fond memories of like being raised in Puerto Rico and stuff like that, like growing up there for the first 10 years of my life. One of the things that like comes to mind is so my grandma's house is located on a hill in the northern part of Puerto Rico and it's overlooking the ocean. And it's like a hill, literally the hill drops off. There's houses, there's a road that's like driving through the beach or like near the beach, and then it's the ocean. And we used to live on top of my current grandma's house, that place, in like a wooden house that's sitting on top of her concrete house. That's super common in Puerto Rico. Is like you get a lot of houses stacked on each other just because there's not as much space. And I remember very vividly from when I was a kid that the breeze was just the best thing in the world. Like that breeze, that constant ocean breeze was like, ooh, so good. And I recently that house has been abandoned for quite a bit. It's being used as storage right now, and it also got like semi destroyed by Hurricane Maria, so it's not really in use. And I recently went up there because I was trying to get ready to do a snorkeling venture out with a friend, and as I was looking for the snorkeling gear that I keep over there at all times, I was told by my grandpa that it would be upstairs, so I went upstairs, and the memories just hit. So I'm like, holy shit! Because even though I don't remember as much about living there, it is a house that I visited often because my grandma used to live in the house, and there's multiple family members that used to live in the house, and I walk in and I immediately feel the breeze. There's a window to the living room that's facing the ocean and it's open, and there's the door on the other side, so it creates like a wind tunnel effect, and you just get the sea breeze, and I'm like, literal heaven right there. So it always there's certain places that I'm like, I remember shit, and sometimes it's really cool to like go to a place and like get a memory that you hadn't thought about in a very long time back, and you're like, holy shit, my world has just exploded. I'm like, whoa, I didn't even remember that happened until you get to the place and you're like, holy fuck. But
That
yeah,
I do you still have friends there that you made, like when you were a kid or something?
I have most of my friends that I say most, but I have several friends that I made when I was a kid still there. I've most of them I've fallen off with, so I don't really talk to them. I all I know is because my mom still is friends with their mom, so she's like and they are also falling off, but like she knows their whereabouts at least. But there is one friend that I recently made over there. She's a marine biologist. Shout out to her. She we did a lot of snorkeling together when we went over there.
Okay,
So she's the one that I was hanging out with a lot.
that's cool. Yeah, the only reason I asked is because like it's pretty much the same thing. I there's three girls that I knew since I was 5. Um, but I pretty much really only knew them because my mom or our moms were friends. So when they went to gatherings or dinner or whatever, they'll bring us along. And I'm just this awkward kid, the only boy, back in the day where like especially when you're that age where you're just
Yeah.
the boys are the boys and the girls are the girls. You
Cooties.
you don't hang out with each other because you guys are gross, blah blah blah, whatever. Um, so they're yeah. One reason I brought that was because they're so oftentimes where like because they're all three of them are still in Taiwan. I'm the only one that's gone. So they hang out quite often, but we all have a group chat. So sometimes they'll like say things or bring things up. I'm just like, oh my god, I have not thought about that in quite literally over 20 years. Because I mean, like as we grew older, we got closer. Just because we all
Yeah.
matured as people, human beings. We're not our 5-year-old selves
You know
anymore.
how human beings do? They grow. Yeah,
Hey man,
we
some
did
people
that.
don't.
True that.
Some people don't. But
Period.
God, I to go
You
back a
know who
little
you
bit
are.
though. Yeah. Go back a little bit though. I totally relate to the food thing cuz I when I was a kid, I was also this extremely picky eater to a point where like my grandparents and my dad will constantly say just like, "Oh, he's so malnourished and he needs to eat more. You can see all his rib cages, as if I have multiple. You can see his rib cage. Um,
Brian's multiple rib cages over here.
that's how malnourished I was. I grew rib cages
You grew separate rib
instead of
cages.
fat and muscle. But like some of the fondest memories that I had every time there's this product. It's not really a dish. I guess it's more of an ingredient or spice. I don't know. It's kind of like beef jerky. I don't know, whatever you call beef jerky is a snack, whatever. It's it's made out of pork, and instead of like a chunk, it's kind of like shredded up. Um, so it's still dried pork, kind of like, again like beef jerky is dried, um, but it's dried and then I think like tear into very very fine pieces, not like more like way more fine than oh god, what is it called, than pulled pork. Pulled pork can still see like tiny strips of pork, but like that this is like it's not powderized, but it's like really like it's fibery, it's so thin, it's so fibery, but it tastes amazing. And that was pretty much the only thing I would eat as a kid. And I would like my grandma would just like give me a whole bowl of rice and then just top that shit up with that. So it's like I guess the equivalent of mac and cheese but Asian. Um and I remember like one of the I wouldn't say fondest memories, but one of the most distinct memories that I have is my grandma will like strap me in my little baby chair or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember at this point. But she'll strap me in and she will sit across from me with that bowl of rice and spoon feed me, and she will not allow me to leave until I finish the whole thing. But I remember one, honestly, it was probably a couple times. I was able to get loose somehow, and I just have this I don't. This memory is more of a third person view because it's told by my mom. Because I'll explain my point of view later, but her point of view when she explained to me later was because Taiwan is a tropical island, hot as hell, humid as hell. So, and as like the child, I'm butt naked. Like I have a shirt on, but like no pants, no underwear, just butt naked.
Just running around,
And
being a menace.
it's just her point of view is just she's just sitting on the couch watching TV, and all of a sudden this butt naked ass kid runs across the living room as my grandma with a bowl of rice and spoon chases after me, and it's just like, you need to finish your food, and I'm just like, no.
Nah.
But yeah, no, that is her point of view. I mean, my point of view is just I was able to sneak away and just run off to do whatever I want because I didn't want to eat no more. But yeah, no, every time I eat that, because I'm still able to find that rarely in Asian markets here. So every time I see them, I buy them. Every time I eat that, that is a fond core memory that I have.
I was speaking of funny memories when I went upstairs to that house that I was telling you about. So it there is some of the wooden houses over there. They're the roofs are like metal. Especially if they're like lower income, like it's metal roofs, and we weren't that well off. When I was first born, we were pretty poor, so we were living in this house that's wooden, and the roof being metal,
Is it
it's
like
built
the
in such a way.
typical like tin sheets?
Right, and it's built in such a way that it has gaps, like, but the walls and the roof don't connect all the way. It has gaps, and the what is it? It's nice to keep the cool air in and stuff. It's really great for that. But if you're from a tropical place, you bet your ass there's gonna be giant ass bugs everywhere, and so they're like, girl, this is heaven. We got a whole entrance on each side of the house to come in through. And I remember when we were there for a little bit, I was there with my grandma's house. The first time my grandma moved into the house, it had been stored up for a while. Like, it hadn't been used in a while. It was kind of just sitting there. So you can imagine, like, all types of creatures made it their home. And so we cleaned it out and everything. My grandma started getting settled in, and I back in the day I used to be babysat by my grandma a lot. And I remember I was really really little. This is where my fear of motherfucking cockroaches comes from. I remember that I was playing around and I was complaining a lot because I kept seeing cockroaches, and I'm just like, and we're talking about huge motherfuckers that are like fast as hell because it's a tropical place. Is not anybody from the states. If y'all see cockroaches here, you don't understand them, because when you see a cockroach here, it's the same species, but usually you're in an air conditioned home, and cockroaches are exothermic. They get their energy from the surrounding temperature. So if the temperature is cool inside your home, these motherfuckers, you're just gonna see them on the wall, and they're barely gonna move, and you can just usually go right up to them, and be like, poop, and then they're dead. Over there, it's warm as hell. It's 80 into the 80s, humid as fuck in the night. These motherfuckers run fast, and they fly, and they go everywhere they fucking want without any ask for permission. So I was playing with a toy truck
As
in
compared to
the
the
bottom
U.S.
of the.
cockroaches, where they were like,
They
"Hey,
do ask for.
can I go over there?"
They said, "Can I have your consent?" The so I was playing with a toy truck in the floor of the living room, and I remember seeing something out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, "Girl, pause this story. My computer's about to die. Give me a second."
I thought you plugged it in.
What'd you say,
Do what you gotta do.
bitch?
I swear to God, this is like our like 20th time recording episode 1, and I'm not trying to point any fingers, but the majority of the time is technical difficulties from somebody. Mm. And if we're gonna have the big 21st, I am gonna go over there to his place, and I'm gonna physically, personally murder him.
All right, I'm back.
Mm, sounds good.
Technical
Welcome
difficulties. We're
back.
back. Um, so I see something out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, whatever. Here's the thing about cockroaches and me: we don't get along. Okay, we have a history. We're at a constant state of war. No treaty has been made between me and cockroaches. We're in active conflict, and there's no talks, peace talks going on. It's just gonna be a state of conflict, I think, for the rest of my life. So immediately, as soon as I see her and she sees me, and the reason I say her is because in Spanish they're gendered as female, but whatever. The moment she sees me, immediately fly straight to my fucking face. Like, so I'm a little kid. I start just wailing, like, those types of wails where it's just like a tornado siren. Like, oh my god. And my grandma's like sick and tired of my shit at this point because she's been hearing about cockroaches all the entire night. And it's the first night that the house has been in use. So there's cockroaches galore. We are getting, I think, at least one cockroach flying towards somebody's face maybe every 30 minutes. So she's like, dude, you gotta calm down. They're not gonna kill you. Like, she's like trying to reason with me, and I'm a child. I'm like, bitch, I don't care. It's a monster. And she's like, they're not gonna kill you. Look how small they are. I'm like, get it away from me. So she is like, you know what? We're gonna go to bed. We're gonna take a shower. We're gonna go to bed. So she gets me in the shower, and she's giving me a shower and all that. And I remember that she's like acting all tough. She's like grabbing these cockroaches and being like, "You're scared of this little shit? Look at it. Like, I'm just gonna toss it." And I remember that I was in the shower where we were all washing together, and as she was showering me, a cockroach just like jumps from the roof of the shower, just lands on top of her head, and
Mission
I don't know
Impossible style.
what I don't know what it did, that particular cockroach, but she was like, whoa. And she like literally took me out of the shower, and she's like, you know what, we're done with showers. I'm like, wait, I thought you were saying that they were gonna they couldn't kill me or whatnot. They're harmless. And she's like, shut up. She took me to sleep. Literally, as soon as I got into bed, I put my head on the pillow, and there was a cockroach in the pillow. So she had finally gotten to me to calm down. I was like not screaming anymore. I'm like, it's okay. Just gonna go to sleep. Put my head in the pillow. She's like, great. I can finally have some peace. Immediately put my head in the pillow. Cockroach walks right across my face, and the wailing starts all over. And she's like, motherfucker, please. Ever since then, cockroaches and I, constant state of conflict. I don't think we're ever gonna be a peace. They always fly to my face. They find me every single fucking time. They find me.
What kind of squalor did you guys live in?
Well, and here's the thing. I'm sure you know this, as you were raised in a tropical place. It literally does not matter whether your house is clean. It's not. I mean, obviously, if you keep dirty dishes and shit
Yeah.
mountain, you're gonna get more cockroaches than if you didn't. But if you even if your house is completely speckless, you're gonna get huge tropical bugs in and around your house. You're gonna hear huge spiders. We had giant huntsman spiders, which any of y'all know, those are the spiders with the really long fucking legs. And they're like literally, I kid you not, more than the size of the palm of my hand. So they're freaky looking. And these motherfuckers are fast. The thing about bugs in a tropical island is all of them, most of them, no, all of them are exothermic. So they're gonna get their energy from the warm air. And so bugs just in general over there, faster, more agile, better flyers than bugs over here. Take any bug from over here, put it over there, and the motherfucker becomes a menace, a threat to humanity immediately. So, but it was actually really also really cool because I like animals. I like certain bugs. I did not like cockroaches. Don't fuck with them. Still don't. But other types of bugs, I used to be like, oh, look at this. It's so cool. But yeah, I don't know if you ever had any fucking scary. Did you ever have any scary memories from Taiwan? Any times where you were like,
scary memories, yes, but I'm just gonna touch on the bug thing a little bit. See, this is where I differ from you, because me and the bugs, we had a pact. Um, it's a bit of a satanic pact because I am the demon lord that will torture and kill them. I was a satanic
Oh
child.
my god.
Um,
This just-
I like because it's pretty much the same
One
thing
thing
as
about Brian, he's satanic. He has multiple rib cages, and he's the demon lord of bugs. I don't know what
yeah,
that's.
yeah.
We've got a good resume going.
We're great people. We're great people. But yeah, one thing that like because in Taiwan, tropical island, also tons of bugs, and like um, I don't know why. Like, it's not that I wasn't afraid of them. I guess I mean, I've always been a bug, Animal Planet, Discovery Channel kid, so I like them a
Yeah.
lot. And don't get me wrong, cockroaches, like especially the ones that fly at your face, they are scary, and they did scare me every
Yeah.
time. I mean, even now, if they just unprompted fly on my face, I'm gonna like freak out for a second, but
Right.
not as much as this guy right here.
No.
But
I am.
yeah, there's been many times where like, cause we work at the same place, this guy like came out of the bathroom screaming, and I have to like go in there and capture and destroy a cockroach for him. Is The amount of times is countless.
Is a lot.
But
But they always attack me. We're in a fucking war, I swear to God.
see, they don't touch me because
even here there even here there was a time where my dad tried to squish a cockroach at the end of the hallway, 3 rooms away from me. And I kept myself in the third room, fully knowing well that me and cockroaches, I don't fuck with them, they're gonna fly at me. This motherfucker still somehow flew at me. It flew through the entire length of the hallway, through the door, through another door, straight at my face. Are you fucking kidding me? And then I look up on Google and or ChatGPT, whatever the fuck. I look it up, and they're like, "Oh, cockroaches, they're not good. They don't aim at things. They just they they fly wherever they." And I'm like, "Girl, lies. Conspiracy theory. They know who I am, and they're like,
they
you
they
know,
have those
going to your
long
bitch."
ass antennas. They senses your little bitch ass.
they're, they're like, this little bitch ass is 3 rooms away from me.
But yeah, no, I'm always fascinated by them. So I was always the kid that's like in the backyard digging through dirt, digging through mud, like trying to find little bugs, and like, as I said, satanic kid. So magnifying glasses or sandals, you know what I do with them. I don't have to specify.
Yeah.
But
This
yeah,
motherfucker.
so yeah, I like bugs. They're cool. Can you tell by my stories?
I like bugs. I'm like, he likes torturing them.
but but scary stories. Oh man, it's not. It's nothing like extraordinary, but we have all experienced this. You know how like if you go down to the basement, you turn a light on, go down, do whatever the hell you needed to do, and then once you're done, you go stand at the foot of the stairs. You look around. You have like 1 foot on, I don't know, stair 2 or whatever, ready to bolt, and then you flip the light switch, and then you charge up the staircase. So
Sprint.
in Taiwan, same thing. Um, the one thing that's different about Taiwan is, like Puerto Rico, Taiwan is not big. It's a pretty small place. So unlike America, where a typical house kind of just builds outwards, you have like a front yard. Almost just knocked out my camera. You have a front yard, backyard, kind of like entrance, living room, kitchen, but it's just kind of like spread out. That's not
Yeah.
really how it is in Taiwan. Since it's so small, we have to utilize all our space. Buildings tend to go upwards. So my grandma's place, it was 5 stories tall, and my room is all the way in the fourth floor. And don't get me wrong, like we have lights in between um the staircases and all that. But
Yeah.
still, sometimes like at night, and especially the old, older type buildings and all that, the lights are a little bit dimmer. And also just like if like my grandma's asleep, my mom's not home yet from work, it's just me and my grandma, the lights can be on, it's still
Yeah.
scary. Especially like going
Mm-hmm.
up that many flights of stairs. So I'll do the same thing. I'll like go at the foot of the stairs, get ready, flip switch, charge. The only see one of the other differences is in Taiwan. Taiwan, we're in the, I think in the either edge or in between. I don't remember. I think it's in the edge of two tectonic plates. So earthquakes are very common there. And typhoons, because not that has nothing to do with tectonic plates. Typhoon is just because of the area.
Yeah.
So our buildings, we use concrete instead of wood.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it is also resources. It's hard to get that much wood in a to an island like that. So concrete, we use concrete a lot. So um, anyone that has been in like a factory or whatever, you see the concrete floors. A lot of times they're nice and polished, beautiful looking,
Mm-hmm.
great. And one thing that about nice and polished concrete floors is they're also slippery.
Oh no.
And in Asia is a pretty common thing that we take our shoes off. So we either just have socks on or we have sandals.
Oh.
And so you know where this is going by now.
Mm-hmm.
It is happened it had happened so often, so many times where I'll get ready, flip a light, start charging upstairs, slip, miss a step, and then I just Looney Tune style from the top of the staircase just go duk, 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 on my ass, and it's just like straight up spine concussion. Um, and
Spine
the
concussion.
amount of times that happened is like so many times. There's literally one time it hurt so bad where my mom had to take me to get an X-ray to see if I broke my hip, just
Oh
because
my god.
yeah, literally, because like it's
You think
again.
you would learn. You think you'd be like, maybe I shouldn't do this anymore.
See, the thing is like you can learn, but the fear of the darkness doesn't go away.
It's too much.
So
You're like, I'd rather get hurt.
yeah, so
It's such a it's so it's I feel, it's such a relatable thing to be like, I'm scared of the dark. Never harmed you once. The dark never harmed you,
no,
but you getting away from it actually harms you more.
but the thing is like
Just keep
it's
repeating.
a double whammy because not only is my ass hurting a lot, I was actively sliding down into deeper darkness as I am just
Yeah, I
one
would be.
one staircase at a
Oh my
time.
goodness.
It's literally just like ass pain, heart racing because I am looking into nothing as my ass is being repeatedly pounded by my stairs. It is, yeah.
One
That
thing about Brian: multiple rib cages, demon drug lord, demon lord of bugs, the drug lord of bugs. And he's getting his ass pounded in his basement
mm-hmm.
in the dark.
Yeah,
All the things you gotta know.
that's me.
Um, there, I feel you though, because I wasn't even just scared of the dark. I was scared of being alone in a room in the day. Like my mom's in the other room, and I was like, no, we can't do this. The monsters are gonna eat me. And she's like, it's 12 in the afternoon, fam. I'm one wall away from you. What monsters are gonna eat you? I'm like, I don't know, man. Just
I think it's
keep me with
called
you. But
separation anxiety.
yeah. I ended up, what's it called? I ended up going to this. If you're Puerto Rican, you fucking know that there's a forest called Toro Negro, and there's Toro Negro and there's El Yunque. El Yunque is bigger, more touristy. But Toro Negro is the highest in elevation. And to get there, I mean, you have to cross through fucking hell, heaven, and purgatory to get there. We start off in this really nice road, and it's always like that. You start off on a nice road, nice highway with like views of the mountains. You're like, this is nice. And then you take one turn, and you're like, okay, a little bit smaller road. All right, all right. And you take another turn, and you're like, oh, my car can barely fit, but we're still okay. Take another turn, and you're like, this is not a road. This is just a mountain. So all the roads over there in the mountains, especially the smaller ones, we call the saying that we have for them is this road was made is like el camino del burro, which means this road was made by following where the fucking donkey goes back in the olden days, because it feels that way. They're going left and right constantly. They're like down, up. Sometimes you're like driving through and your bottom of your car scratches the bottom of the road because it's such a like vertical drop, and then immediately followed by a vertical rise and like a curve to the right. I'm like, what is going on? And so we're on this giant motherfucking bus, a school bus, motherfuckers. I want you to picture this: a school bus. The sun is going down, so it's becoming increasingly dark, and there's a huge storm because it's a rainforest, so there's gonna be storms all the time. Huge storm going up this mountain. The bus can't fit this road. By the way, the bus is as wide as the road, but this is a two-way street. I don't get me started. Sometimes a two-way street that has trucks moving the opposite direction, and you have to stop, completely get to the side, and let the other one slowly pass by, trying to make sure not to hit the truck, trying to make sure not to go off the side of the cliff. And I remember like just literally all of us, it felt like severe turbulence. We were just you don't have seatbelts on the fucking drive bus, so you're just like knocking into each other like fucking. We felt like a can of beans, and looking out the window and seeing lightning just strike the valley below, and we're like, where the fuck are we going? This cannot be safe. What the fuck? It was for church camp. I'm like, I'm sure we can worship Jesus in the comfort of our homes. I don't think we need to go to this office. So we get to this the Toro Negro State Forest at night, and it's now you're above the clouds, so it's not really raining anymore, stormy. It's just cloudy. It's just fog, I guess. It's just like cloud fog. So we get there, and there's like one light lamppost on. The rest is just again miles and miles of rainforest. Is very loud, always in the rainforest. That's always gonna be the case, and we have to walk from the parking lot to our cabins, and to get there we have to cross through this we have to walk through the street in the middle of the rainforest. And again, it's one of these pathways where you're standing underneath the lamppost, and the next lamppost is like a tiny dot away, and
Oh
the in
God.
between is darkness. But we're all in a group, so it's okay. So we start walking. I'm with a bunch of girls that were all my friends and stuff like that. And, we have the chaperones and stuff. And they're like keeping good care of us. Like, we just came from a rocky ass trip. They're managing to control us. And even though we're all batshit crazy kids. And at one point, I see a lightning bug. And I get so excited for some reason, even though it's very common over there. And I forget the word for lightning bug, and I confuse it with another word. If you're from Puerto Rico or the Caribbean, you know about el cuco or el coco. It's like it's a huge thing over there. It's a folklore of like if you don't go to sleep, if you don't eat your food, the coco or the cuco will come eat you. It's like essentially the boogeyman. And the word is el cuco. The word for lightning bug, common word in Puerto Rico, is cucubano. So I'm like, oh, look. And I point to one of the chaperones, is a cuckoo. Girl, all hell broke loose. Children start sprinting in opposite directions. Everybody's screaming. We were in the middle of this dark pathway. The chaperones are keeping in control. And in just 1 second, they're like, where the fuck is everybody? Oh my god, we're here like children screaming in the woods. And then I'm left literally standing there like, what? What did I say? It's a lightning bug. And like to the point where I'm like, maybe I should be running. Maybe I wait, is this lightning bug dangerous or something? So I start backing away like, oh my god. Scared the
You
fuck out of me.
you will be the main character in the horror movie that dies because first of all,
100%.
you said you were like you guys are in this windy ass Dracula ass castle Vania looking fucking mountain roads with the lightning on the side, and you said something, everyone sprinted away, you just stood there. You will die. You're gonna die.
I think I was terrified. I think I was just frozen. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I think I'll just die. That's fine. But eventually we find everybody. We head to our cabins. But that was, I think, so memorable. I want to hit up also before we go because I think we're nearing the time that
Yeah.
we are gonna go away. Before we go, I want to hit up on like touristy stuff in Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico is very popular right now due to the Bad Bunny residency, Bad Bunny concert, whatever the hell. I want to just bring up like tourist basic tourist safety. If you're going to Puerto Rico, first of all, have fucking fun. It's great. It's beautiful and the people are so nice and hospitable. But remember to keep your safety first at all times. So don't go into neighborhoods that you don't know whether it's safe or not. It's like, girl, if you know somebody that's in the neighborhood and they take you there, that's okay. But like, if you don't know anybody from there, why are we going to this random neighborhood? One of the things that I can think of is the guy, rest in peace. He recently got a stray bullet and he died in La Perla. He was there like I think 4 in the morning. La Perla neighborhood is a little. It's like I don't want to call it a slum. I just hate that word. But it's a we call it a barrio. It's a neighborhood on the outskirts of San Juan. San Juan is an old colonial city, right? Like it's one of the oldest in the Western Hemisphere. It's surrounded by a wall and it has a castle, and so it's like very European. The this neighborhood is located on the slope overlooking the ocean, right outside of the castle walls. So it's historically always been poor. It's historically struggled with things like a lot of crime and stuff like that. Just like an area that has historically been neglected by every single government that has governed Puerto Rico. And so, obviously, when you get neglect and you get poverty, you get crime. It's gonna happen, and it's not known to be the safest neighborhood. Now, that being said, I don't want to say that the neighborhood is not safe at all. It's definitely gotten better over the years. There's some businesses that now depend on tourism a lot, and they're trying to really change and make it more tourist friendly, and like they're trying to help themselves with the economy and stuff like that. And I don't want to shit on that. So I don't want to be like, don't go to La Perla. Hell no. I will say though, just so you know, I have never gone to La Perla, and I don't think I'm planning to. I no person I know local in Puerto Rico goes to La Perla. We always say you don't step foot in La Perla, but especially don't go to La Perla at night. Never go there alone. Don't go at night. If anything, that's keep that in mind. So there are specific rules. Follow the rules. Follow local rules. One of the main rules that I can think of is like no taking videos and pictures. You think why is that a big thing? But it's like it's pretty much a sign of respect. You wouldn't be walking up to somebody's neighborhood, somebody's house, and just taking pictures of them and their house. Like that's just don't be doing that. Use good judgment. And then the other thing is with nature stuff. Not every beach in Puerto Rico is swimmable. There is I know the beaches, all the beaches in Puerto Rico, almost all of them look beautiful. The water is unreal. The color is like it's so blue. Sometimes it just hurts your eyes, and you think, oh, like this is fantastic. Let's set up shop here. No, there are specific areas for you to swim in. There are specific beaches that are popular for swimming, and there's beaches that are just not for swimming, especially the North Shore of Puerto Rico, which is where most people go. It's a huge surfing spot. There's a reason why it's a good surfing spot. It's got huge waves, huge currents. You shouldn't be swimming in most of those beaches. So the good rule of thumb that I can think of in a beach is if you see a barrier to the waves, so the waves are breaking and the water is flatter towards the shore. Not always, but usually it's a little bit safer. So that's a good mindset. And then the other thing is if you're going out to waterfalls or rainforest, pay attention to weather. Don't get caught on a flash flood. Happens every single year where we hear the news of like 8 tourists killed in a flash flood in El Yunque. I'm like, all right, if we see rain, not just rain here, because the thing about flash flooding, I know that all of you hiking nerds know this, especially all that have been out in Utah, West Texas, or whatever, where flash flooding is also common. Flash flooding doesn't usually happen from like rain happening at the spot. It happens rain happening near the mouth of whatever creek or river you're in. So if you are getting into a body of water, check the weather for the mouth of the river and make sure that it's clear. And then just enjoy your time. Get out of San Juan, go visit local shit, local food. Local food is the best. Go to Chinchorreo if you don't know what that is, look it up. It's great. Just have fun, but be safe, please.
Yeah,
I think that's my end of the spiel
I think
for tourists.
I think overall, do your homework.
Yeah.
By all means, there's nothing wrong with spontaneity, but do your homework. Do some research first before you go somewhere. It First of all, you get to know and learn a little bit about that place. Secondly, you can avoid a lot of risk if you just do your homework. And
Mm-hmm.
we all want to have fun, but also be safe at the same time.
Yeah.
But
Period.
yeah, I think for today, I'm running out of time. Hopefully, in the long run, we'll have a little bit more content. Today is just I got a commitment coming up, so I have to go. But any last second thing you want to add, Etzel?
The only thing I remember you talking to me about the town in Taiwan that you went to that's like Studio Ghibli style town
Oh,
village in Taiwan in the mountains. I
yeah,
must say that place looks hella fucking cool. I really want to go because I looked it up on TikTok and I was like, holy
it's
shit, it's
beautiful. It's
beautiful.
beautiful. We can
But
definitely go into that next time. But
yeah,
for now, yeah, no, I appreciate you guys sticking around. If you like this type of content, please subscribe, like, follow on whatever platform that you're at. And hopefully we'll see you guys around. Thank you for
let us know in the comments if you want us to do deeper dives on anything we talked
yeah.
about. Like, if you want us to do deeper dives on Taiwan, Puerto Rico, even Bad Bunny albums and stuff like that. I love Bad Bunny. So just let us know what you want to see. And yeah,
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it. And we will see you guys next week. All right.
adios.
Ciao.